on these two leathermen specifically, the leatherman sidekick, if you can see it, there's your sidekick, and the leatherman rebar. So let me start by saying that I've tried them out both for quite a bit, and one of these I'm going to keep, and one of these I'm probably going to either sell or return. Probably sell it, actually, I'll probably sell it. So the sidekick is the one that I'll probably sell. So let me go over, and then this one, the rebar, I'm going to keep. I love it. So let me go over first the sidekick. So it's got the spring. This doesn't have the spring. By the way, this one's about, I don't know, I think the rebar is about 60 bucks, maybe 50, and this one's around 40. So it is a little bit cheaper, the rebar. I'm sorry, the sidekick. So this one is spring loaded, this one is not, but the good news about this is it's got these replaceable wire cutters. Which is, first of all, the steel is much stronger. It's 154 cm, so you can cut a lot thicker material. I even cut pieces of small wood for tinder. So here, the main thing is this. The inside, since everything's open already, this one's got your flat head, almost like a pry bar, and this one is your Phillips head. It's kind of two-dimensional, which still works fine. None of these things I have trouble with or have issues with. This is your can opener / bottle opener, and you've also got down here, you've got your wire stripper. You've also got this, let me see if I can open this. This is your file, which it works okay. And this is probably the worst ruler I've ever seen in my life. It's so short. I've seen people grind this down and make this into a awl, which makes sense. I think it's actually a good idea to do that. This one, some people don't like this serrated blade. I like it a lot. It's quite useful. And if I really didn't like it, I could just shave it down or grind it down and make it into just a regular small little knife or something else. So anyway, I like that one a lot. I think the ruler is the worst one. I think that's it for the tools on the inside. It does have a side clip. It's pretty nice. It's got good retention. On the outside, you've got a saw, and it locks. Nothing else locks except for the knife on the outside, as well as the saw on the outside. So that one's fine. It works great. And this one right here. And that's your flat ground, no serration knife. One-handed open. It's great. The main thing I have issues with is this wobbliness right there. It wobbles. And it wobbles whenever I try to open this, and I can feel it wobble, and I just don't like the feeling of that. But besides that, it actually is fine. When it's open, it actually works fine, and I have no issues. So that's my main problem with it, and I just don't like it. This one, on the other hand, okay, let me go over the tools. It's not spring-loaded, but it's got those replaceable wire cutters. On the inside, there's your serrated blade. It's fantastic. It's great. It's great. A nice backup tool, too. And again, some people think that it's really hard to sharpen. I found it to be okay. And not only that, I can always just make it into a regular knife. What else is there? This one is almost the same. It's a little bit different from the sidekick. It's not the same. You got your can opener, you got the bottle opener, you got your wire stripper. Here is your three-dimensional Phillips driver, and all these tools in the inside lock. That's another thing that's going for this. There's your saw. It's about the same as the sidekick. I don't think it's one's better than the other, but in terms of this one's clearly better. The Phillips, as well as the serrated blade, it's longer, so that's better. In terms of the bottle opener, can opener, they're about the same. This one's a file. Well, I don't think you can even compare the two. This one's so much longer, and it's double-sided. The ruler's on the outside, since I'm talking about it, and the ruler's much longer. Here's your regular knife. It's nice. No problems. Great knife. And very easily accessible. So they have this cutout. They have this for the Super Tool 300 as well. It's much easier to get out. It's much easier than some of the other tools. I have a kick, not a sidekick, but a kick, leatherman kick, and that you got to dig it out from the inside. It's a little bit of pain. What else is there? Flathead, a longer flathead, but thinner. And then you've got your awl with a little hole in it. Got your landing loop on both of them, but here is the rebar. I love it. I carry it all the time whenever I'm hiking or backpacking or going camping. The sidekick, I think it's okay. So if you don't mind the wobbling, right here, if you don't mind the wobbling, it's a great tool. I mean, it's got everything. And in fact, besides the awl, the sidekick really has everything that the rebar has in terms of functionality besides the wire cutter and the awl. But obviously the rebar has, a few better things like the locking and wire cutters, things like that. But for the price difference, I think the rebar is a better tool, and I love it. And it doesn't have the scissors, but I always carry a pocket scissors in my keychain, and so I have no problems with that. So, but that's it. Thanks for watching and subscribe.